Oh, hello there. Didn't see you come in.
Welcome.
Welcome to the stream. So, we're finally ready to get underway with our first semi-final of the night, Ben. It is 11 past 6.
Yep.
And we're kicking it off. It's a best of 3 between Wind and Rain and Horse _ and _ Carriage _ Peakers.
And they're about to do Maps Burst, which, I mean, could have gone better, I suppose. That, the fact they lost 2 people on the way in is probably the horrendous situation. 2v3 and they're still losing people. It's not fantastic. Down to Madika Finn, who earlier was incredible to pistols, but can't make it work this time.
No, not today. The Soulcast and the Genko came through strong there.
And we've got straight into attacking pause.
It is a tactical pause. Technical.
Yeah.
Astro doesn't even... There he is. Now he exists.
Yeah. So, I suppose we might as well break down this game. So, obviously, best of 3. This is Horse and Carriage Peakers map.
And this is Horse and Carriage Peakers.
Yep.
There they are.
There they are, yeah. They have changed the seat order that they were using earlier.
Yep.
Which is
they have.
Interesting.
Orange guy was on the right last time.
Yeah, he was. I believe that's freshness. I believe.
Do you? See, I thought it was Has Noodle.
No.
But it isn't.
No, it's freshness.
Where is he? There he is. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. So, yeah, so this is their pick, which means that Wind and Rain will have to choose what side to start on. They just start CT side on Inferno, perfectly normal. And the second map is in fact Overpass, which obviously Wind and Rain's choice, which I would assume means Horse and Carriage people would be playing CT on that map. And third map would be Mirage if needed. So not really crazy map-wise.
Very classic.
And it does look like the unpause is ready to go through.
I've allowed them to play.
Continue.
You may fight for my pleasure.
You may carry on. You may keep playing.
Return to the arena.
Yeah.
And duel. Have fun, men. We're in.
Yeah, so obviously Wind and Rain taking the lead. Fairly one-sided pistol, I'd say. Yeah. Didn't seem to have too many issues with it. And this looks like it's going to be a fast mid-take, but they've got so many grenades here, I'm not sure if they'll get all of them off. Although, with these picks, I'm not too sure why this happened.
It's all a bit questionable. Jupiter trying to bail him out though, as he will find the first fragged.
Good kill from Dom, but
Ooh,
too many people.
The adjustment, too slow for the flick. You have got Astro left though, the 1v3. The IGL, the squad, Ben. Does he have the brawn to overcome this obstacle?
It's a bit of a rough one. No kit is the main thing he's probably thinking at this point, and the fact that they'll have an MP9 FAMAS, and it just isn't worth it really. You might as well just go back, save, take this into the next round, maybe drop a pistol at someone next. But you've got to wonder, why did people push so aggressively that last round, or the start of this round rather? It was a free pick from Genko in apartments, free pick at Banana from. I'm going to assume that absolutely Fredful is Fry, but I'm not 200% on that, because, names are not correct here, which is always a good representation of the players.
Let's have a look. Oh.
Yeah, take a look.
Yeah.
It makes sense for Fredful to be Fry.
Yeah, that's Fry.
Yeah, okay. And then Link is Jupiter.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, got solved that one. That was good.
So obviously with Astro saving, it means that they force fight into this one. Best gun you really got there are the Eagles, and not many grenades at all either, which, not great. Not great at all.
Not ideal. So, T's making their move up towards top Banana right now, Ben. They've launched out on Molotov. And they have made an awful lot of noise. They're elephant-footed around.
Yeah. Perfectly natural ways of cleaning right now. They molly sandbags, they got a guy playing anti-flash to go around the corner. So obviously the anti-flash comes in and free kill for them on Fry. Very well played. Quite, composed as well. Because a lot of people, when they take, the eco someone, they'll then be quite hasty to try and get straight back in the game again. But instead they were quite tempered with it. They, we'll go quite slow, we'll do what we want to do. And when they're in, are forced to make another play. As you can see around mid, they're kind of playing quite close. And at Banana, they are risking leaving Astro on his own, but Astro's playing in such a way that he might just give up the site if they come there. Because he's at CT, the place that gets smoked the most at that site is CT. It's not Coffin, it's usually CT. So, right here, as soon as he gets smoked off, I imagine he'll spam the smoke. Oh my, well, he got 2 of them actually as well. That's not a bad trade-off, actually. 2v2, that's not the worst thing in the world. This is actually winnable.
You've got Jenko and Link that remain. Link obviously is a bit of a moon machine when it comes to rifling. That's where his skill set lies. Very good reaction times, precise with the damage that he can distribute. But is this going to be one of those days? Pushes up right now, needs to try and get an opener and support Jenko. Does have the MP7, Ben, but who's actually going to find the first contact? They peek together. Jenko coming in was one with the CZ, wasn't ready for the second, didn't know that Keto was going to be lying in wait there. Takes him down, punishes him with the MP9, and they lose their lead now, as it does go 1-2 in favour of Horse underscore and underscore Carriage underscore Peekers.
Yeah, very well played 2v2. Obviously, Dark and New Box. It's a pretty good combination. You peek on the Dark guys, you peek on his contact, and then it's quite easy to play that 2v2 situation. Obviously, Jenko didn't quite know where that other player was. He kind of hastily went for that gun, which, looking back, you're like, crap, I probably shouldn't have done that. But that's here and there, doesn't really matter too much, the grand scheme of things. This is going to be all about the SMGs. How much hunting can they do? How much cleaning out can they do?
So Link actually going very deep for a play here. Really committed into this.
Oh my
actually
God.
Reads it well. He's going to get a free frag and the AK then.
And he's been allowed to get out.
That's mental.
This is pretty weird. But he is elephant footing.
Stampeding, some might say.
Yeah. I would be interested to know how much he can actually get away with here. Because they do know he still is alive with that AK. That's a good kill again. It's another AK down. And think about the weaponry that's left on this seaside right now. It's at Mac 10 on 3 HP, MP700 and the AK. For them, they just got to be thinking, we take as much off them as we can. Link's obviously the big factor, due to how much he is holding. But fortunately he runs out back turned and Finn gets that free kill.
Time is of the essence as well, Ben. They don't have a lot of time left. Medika Finn will take down Astro at this point. I mean, Fry's really just got to try and go for the save. But
the longer he waits here, the better. Because he'll take somebody out with him due to the bomb. Nice. Or he'll shoot them straight up like that. That's not a bad shot to find. Oh. So Freshness actually died in pit.
Yeah.
Just then, he had 100 health.
Committed to it, just sat in pit.
Yeah, I think he thought he could live.
Just accepted it.
Which I'm going to assume
he did yell nice. So he was happy.
Yeah, but win's a win, isn't it? I think it was one of those cases where you've got not enough armor. But the plan was different for that sort of situation too, so I'm kind of confused how he did that. He must have moved or been in the wrong position. Very weird. I would be intrigued to know what kind of setups Winner actually come out with here, because they seem to be getting quite aggressive. And I could see them getting quite fed up quickly here.
Oh yeah. They would be frustrated, especially against sort of, a team like Horse and Carriage Peakers as well. They're going to be looking at it and be like, okay, you're not really known players, we should be winning this. And it's a roster of basically just pure skill as well. You know, they are just aimers, smart players as well, but that's sort of what they've always built their brand on. Think about Link and Fryer really, even sort of Dom to an extent now these days, more and more getting into that, just sort of proving that he can just be an incredible rifler, and that is all he really needs to rely on. Jenko obviously as well, the big one, the cobblestone madman.
Yeah. So that's the second instance we've seen of the B site doing a pop flash over the wall and being victim of a player playing anti-flash. Second time now, and that's in the space of 5 rounds. So I'd like to think that they do something a bit differently if they try to get info there next time. Maybe not actually use a flash instead, just dry peek it. Or, molly it or something, just something different. It does look like the end goal is going to be that B site there. And unfortunately, they've got the rotate off though. It is just Astro on this site, and I can't imagine he gets much. The molly's burning and he's sticked it. Thankfully they put a smoke on him though. They've given him a chance. He's got another one.
Rotate's coming around Ben, but it's all kicking off on the side. Again for the spin plant to make sure they get it down.
It's the Spinneroonie plant. Gotta admire that. I would be interested to know if that is a bind though, because that is not allowed.
No.
You're not allowed to have a bind that automatically sets you to spin like that. You have to change your sensitivity manually.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to know about that. Because
I'll ask. I'll send him a
just type it in chat.
Yeah, excuse me.
Hey guys, has Noodle,
just
did you just spin regularly?
Was that a legal spin? Question mark.
Yeah, I would be interested, but because that is the only ruling I've seen to do with that sort of thing. Because it does mess up the hitboxes quite a bit. And if you're perfectly, because you know I do it quite often, but I smash that sensitivity button on my mouse and just spin.
Smash like that like button.
Yeah, like a nutter. I'm spinning my mouse.
Let's try to get 5,000 DPI.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I saw any crazy wrist action in front of us.
We'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out. Where is Has Noodle?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hang on. By process of elimination, he is. Oh, he's very far down. He's on the far left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Out of our vision then.
Yeah. I can't actually see his wrist. His
No,
wrist is hidden behind one of the other boys. Jenko though, it's the first elimination. Down kills Has Noodle. No more spinning to be had for him. Hawkeye will get the trade back, but big man Dom is still lying in wait to attempt to strike Ben.
Yeah. Quite a smart move there. Grabbing the guns, making sure they don't get to it. But he is being chased. But thankfully he has got away with it. He's managed to get rid of the gun. And obviously that's a mission complete, right? You know, you get the guns out. That kill ultimately meant nothing for the CTs. And as a T, when you're even with the other team, you're thinking there's a lot of map now to spread. Or it's a bit easier to split them around. I would be interested to know what kind of fake was going on. That was so unfortunate timing-wise. Really unfortunate timing-wise. Once again, they're going into that smaller site. And it is just Fry and Astro there though, but this timing could be worth both of them. And they do take out all three members. Fry got the first kill, and thankfully Astro pushed through the second one. It was a really good bait and switch, essentially. And Fry was able to complete that third kill. Oh, he didn't see him go into the smoke. Oh my words. That smoke's faded though, I think. Yep, it's faded. Oh no, it's not. He must have just shot randomly. It baited Fry to peek it. This is a horrible 1v1 to be in if you're Keita. He has got that plant down in time. And Link knows there's only one place. Didn't quite hear the sound cues, I suppose.
No.
Obviously a bit more of a traditional LAN environment here. A lot harder to hear your...
A lot of noise around, obviously. Your opponent's going to be loud, things are loud. You've got another game going on. You know, 20 people in a very small space, all the people watching around you.
And the thousands in the casino.
Yeah. The music echoing from the other side of the hall.
Yeah.
The sports on the TV. There's all sorts, Ben.
Yeah, there is a lot of external noise, which you have to take into account. And Freshness has picked up a Mac 10. So this is going to be a heavy B rush now. I was going to say that buy seems a bit mental to me. But if they're going for a fast B rush, that's a good purchase. You can at least use it in some way. But the one molly has held them back.
They've given up. They do not.
One player, I don't know who it was on the radar, who absolutely bailed on that idea. He's now at the bottom of these stairs. He's just like, nah. No. He heard the fire go off and just went, I'm off,
Not
boys.
interested.
I'm off. Say.
There's actually the AWP on Jenko as well that he's picked up.
Yeah. I always liked him as an AWPer. It's similar to Pulse AWPing. But you know he's good with the rifle too, so it's kind of a nice capability. Like he can pick it up if he
It's
needs
situational.
to. Yeah.
You can allow him to do what he wants there in that sense.
But this entire lineup can pick up AWPs.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird one. Because I've seen Link AWP, I've seen Fry AWP, and obviously the two of them have got AWPs right now. I've seen Dom do it once or twice, but I don't think he likes doing it as much as the others do. Was the main thing.
I wouldn't say it's as much of his forte. I think he is probably, distinctively a better rifler in that sense.
Yeah, because if you think about the actual win remain lineup properly, it's Hemsick instead of Dom.
Yeah.
Obviously he's Swedish, so he hasn't come over for this event, but he is the AWPer. So you do have a full 5 players who can all pick up that AWP. 25 seconds. This is so late. Like, Fry's playing Coffins. That's first kill from Astro. Fine. The molly comes in from Fry, which should delay the push. Or at least force him to get the easy pickings, which he has done. Absolutely dreadful.
Not gone well.
5 seconds on that. Surely you don't try and force that. You just save.
Yeah, you kind of just need to try stay alive really if you can.
He's
He is
giving
going
him
for
a
the
bit too
face,
much of an
though.
option here, isn't he? That's not worth it.
You lose the
$14.50 he sits on now.
Yeah.
Not really worth it. You could see like the indecisiveness, I suppose, in that decision making at least. He was a bit in and out. Like, what do I do? What do I do?
Didn't know
he's
when
kind
to
of
commit,
checking
didn't know if
things.
he wanted to.
Didn't really have a game plan. Although there wasn't many options to that game plan. But I would say he took the wrong one.
He had a gamble, didn't pay off, Ben.
This is an expensive force bot. I was going to say an eco, but they have force bot half into it. Like Freshness bought MP7. Borks, obviously, he spent all of his money. And then the others have spent enough to get grenades for the Saps Burst. And I'd be interested to know how this gets held, because Dom seems very ready for it. Oh
Ooh.
my god.
He seemed very ready, but when it came down to the actual proof in the pudding, Ben, he's had an absolute apple crumble. That is unlike Dom there. He's completely flustered. He switched to the USB. He switched back. The timing wasn't there.
He's heard that grenade pull and thought, I can get a molly down, and then gone, actually no, I can't.
Yeah.
Switch to the USB. Switch to them. Thought, like, so many things
I can't
went
hold all
wrong.
those objects.
Yeah, so many things went wrong in that situation for him.
Yeah.
And you could just see he was overwhelmed. Like, the one player got past and he was like, oh, I screwed this up. And at that point, I've been in that position myself. It's just such a horrible position. You're just like, everybody's flying past you, just like, please.
That's a kicker as well. That's now going to make this a 5-3 in favour of horse and carriage.
Yeah.
In terms of the cash as well, it's not amazing.
So Astro can drop an M4 here,
Mm-hmm.
or he can drop an AWP depending on what they think is more valuable. So it is the M4, so he can get nades for himself.
Freshness is sitting on the chair like he's mounted a horse. Do you see?
It's quite a wide stance, isn't it?
Can we get? You can't really. You can kind of.
You can
work
see the
it
wide
out.
stance of feet. You can see the jeans.
Like a cowboy.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see if he can wrangle up some frags.
Because he's certainly straddling, ready to do it. So that's the first time we've actually seen Winter Rain take banana properly this game.
Wow.
And there's the result of it. Instantly get the first kill. And Astro, he does use his smoke and HE to get the control of the bottom, but he doesn't back off. Some players will smoke it and then they'll just leave it and hope that the other team will just take that bait and not run through it. But thankfully for them, the other team have thought, it isn't worth it, we'll just go elsewhere. Fry did get what he needed there. Kill, 99 damage, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
that's
pretty much got
perfectly
the second frag. Like, Freshness now, especially being left in a 1v4 like this, you're not going to win.
No
He
way.
would have to one-tap everyone on 1v1 faces. It's just not going to happen.
And also not be hit by any rogue grenades.
Yeah. Apparently there's a clean-up in aisle 4.
Yep. Good.
Good.
And
we're back.
That brief intermission.
Yeah.
Sponsored to you by
Grosvenor,
Grosvenor.
of course.
Of course, 5-4. And again, a bit of a strange bally comes out. Needed by obviously because this is now the game of resets. But the 1 AK, Mac 10 and 3 CZs. The issue is for Dom, is because he had that first few rounds where the apps first came in, and that's where they went around. So it's going to be constantly lingering in the back of his head. He'll be just thinking, they might do an apps burst this round, they might do an apps burst this round. He's just sat there at the back of pit right now, thinking, they might be doing an apps burst, I'm kind of spooked about this. Especially because he's been left completely alone on this side. And it looks like it might be an apps burst.
Seems like it, Ben. They're going to get themselves set up. Slowly walking their way down. Oh, here we go.
That's a good timing on the smoke, considering they just took top mid.
That was a nice read.
Yeah. I think it's just based off the initial setup they've got here. They're willing to give them top mid, but that smoke just kind of makes them a bit confused. That flash is someone else as well. Again, this grenade usage is quite good. It's down to, what, 40 seconds now. And obviously Link still has his smoke. On the small site though, they've got absolutely nothing. No grenades left. They just have pure weaponry. And Astro's got such an aggressive angle here.
He's giving it. Pixel sniffing, he's on the close angle. That's a one and done position though if they push Ben.
If there's a single flash.
Alright.
There was no single flash.
They gift him the frag, they allow him to take the fight and just walk out of there with it. You see the peak coming through from Fry as well, but they both go down.
But at the same time, the lurk comes through from Hawkeye as well, so this has worked out beautifully for Hawkeye.
Look at their health though, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, Medica Finn's quite low, but Dom has to be so careful going through here. And, yeah, there's not much you can do about that. It's all down to Link. And, I mean, he has 1v2 on this site. And obviously he makes it 1v2 guaranteed for at least a bit more by doing that smoke. And with these players' positions, though, it's so rough. We saw that 2v2 earlier on, and the guy that got the contact first, and then the new guy sneak peeked. And obviously, well played again now. I mean, the banana setup, I'm just kind of wondering, what was the positional sense behind Fry being at new box if Astro's only relocation method was first oranges, second oranges, new? That's his trail. If he manages to get that far back, he's done a hell of a job.
Yeah.
But Fry was there, and there was obviously a Molly there. Like, surely Fry has to be in a different position. They haven't actually gone for the buy though, still. 3 and 4s. And they're going for aggressive banana again though. They're going for that same flash. Fry's got the flash ready. And he's going to flash both of them in. But they've been peaked before the flash has gone off.
The pre-face from Keto. Actually gets 1 kill as well, so that's Link
yeah.
gone. Astro's going to try and trade it here, Ben. Gets quite close, but the Molotov should at least force him back enough.
They're quite fortunate that was a pistol that they lost.
Mm.
It wasn't, it wasn't one of the high spenders.
3 M4s, yeah.
But the thing is, Keto has seen that M4 in play. I love this boost, though. I feel like this doesn't get used quite enough. Janko shot by mistake.
He's telegraphed exactly where he is.
Although, unless you've got some really good sound keys, which we know they don't, they're running straight to Raps, though. Are they hearing that?
Only just reacts. Somehow they're able to get the majority of the kills, though, Ben.
That's really good movement from Janko to... Fry got that kill on mid, which probably saved Janko.
Ooh.
That flash was superb.
Janko looks like he was almost going to get through that there, but Fry arrives on the scene just at the right time, jumps out the Uber, cuts down Freshness. Medica Finn. Left in the 1v1 here. You've got to favour Fry, really, haven't you?
In terms of individual skill power, you would always favour Fry, but... Medica Finn, he's had a phenomenal turn so far, if I'm honest. That first game we saw Horse Garage Peakers, I think he had 9 kills across the 2 pistol rounds. Even though it was a thrashing of, 16-1 or whatever, he was still, popping heads. And 7-4, I mean, it's not looking too great for Wind and Rain right now. This is such a, they built the double nades, but they've done absolutely nothing.
Very just leisurely, just thrown there, not really too much behind it. Oh, Janko though, warming up. You can't count this man out, Ben. When you give him an inch, he takes a mile. He loves it.
Yeah, when he's on his game, it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Especially with an AK. So they've got a weird bait and switch setup at Bernardo, which won't get used now, but at least is in a system now where they've got banana control and they're able to rotate a player off. You can see Fry going all the way through CT. They've got 4 players on this site, and they've got an AK, and 2 CZs in fact as well. So this is probably best scenario for them right now. You just gotta hope that Janko's there to actually deal damage. Because this lurk could be devastating to set up, but that was just Fry with a USP. He just double dinked him that second.
That's all off the back of just a big early opener from Janko as well.
Oh, he tore them up into shreds, just essentially. He got all the apps control, and the 2 kills which kind of spooked them. Spook factor is something that does exist.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, especially when you're playing players like this, they're not used to this, are they?
No, not really. Especially as this environment as well. And you can see the harder factor is as well, right? The more excited you get, and the more you're feeling the hype there, and sort of. How we're seeing them get a little bit louder. Horse and Carriage, they're starting to go for a little bit more of an audacious face. They're starting to get a bit louder. You can hear them starting to get riled up. You can lose that very quickly when plays like that start to occur. And the sad bit is, right, if you're a team that's just, you're keeping it within the team, you're not really shouting, there's not really much energy to lose, but if you're giving it, that sudden hit when you lose rounds, you just don't, you don't want to shout, you don't want to make anything. All of a sudden the team just drops.
Yeah.
And especially being sort of more of a mix like this on the day, that's where they're going to struggle.
Yeah, it's all well and good getting pumped, but yeah,
you can have high highs, you can have low lows. Yeah.
Before, wasn't there, where I mentioned you're not singing anymore.
Yeah.
That was the Polish players against Endpoint earlier on, where they were screaming and everything when they were 5-1 up, and then suddenly it was gone.
Just nothing at all, and that it hits home. You can see that obviously their heads have dropped at that point. And
Jenko's crispy right now. He's feeling it with this AK.
That aim's outrageous. You can just see the flicks there, just ferocious. Absolute lunacy, Ben. Keto trying to make up for his fallen brethren, but it doesn't matter. Jenko with a hat-trick of frags. He's on the ball now. He's awoken.
Yeah, it was that first flurry of kills in the apartments though. It was just one of those, like the CZ kill, fine. But the AK kill was a hell of a snapshot. Yeah. And it's one of those that kind of gets you going. You're like, I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling good. This is it. I can control this game now.
I think that's actually what you need with Jenko as well.
Oh, he needs momentum.
Yeah.
He really needs it.
He's always been one of those players. He can get down very easily. I mean, we saw that a few times. The amount of times he said that he was done with UKCS.
Oh, yeah.
And that he was going to quit and then comes back. And it's good to see him come back every time because he is good.
Yeah,
he's a talented individual. Yeah.
Is this another ups burst? Oh, let's see. So Dom has smoked it this time. He should be sitting right in front of that doorway just to body block them, just so he doesn't get out of control. Because as soon as this flash goes off, he's heard it go. You want to be like in their face, body block them.
Yeah. Redemption there though for Dom.
Yeah.
Obviously now starting to get back on his feet. You've had the one awkward round. You've recovered there. You've held abs. It doesn't really matter as much. Because that is one of the mental games that can happen to you. You can get a little bit caught up in it. It's how pivotal it is as well, especially towards A. You lose apps control, that site's swarmed. They get pit control, you're not in there.
That's the thing. Because like, think about how many positions you have to play. You've got balcony.
Yeah.
At the end of the corridor here, I guess. It's not a very good position anymore, but
you're very limited in what you can do.
And then it's just pit. There's no variation. And Jenko kind of got caught out there. He was going for another aggressive play. He's been doing it all game, really.
Yeah.
And it has been mixed results, I'd say. That's a fair result.
It's been a hit and miss. It's just been the hits that have hit have been very, very strong, and have been game changing.
I would be interested to know what the actual end goal is here for HCP, because they seem rather split. They've got all the grenades. They've got 5 smokes. So if they really wanted to, they could execute onto B, get the grenades out of Wind and Rain. I'm not so sure how many grenades they have left. They've got only the smoke on Fry. But I would be interested to see if they, would try faking with that, because they haven't done it yet this game.
Let's have a quick look at the stats there as well.
Yeah, Freshness with some good utility damage, to be fair.
Yeah.
This is normally a map that you excel in utility damage, and it's kind of sad to see the CT side not having much at all.
That's the thing as well. You expect those sort of numbers over on that CT side towards Banana early. The amount of damage you can do is ridiculous. So
that flash peak has come at the wrong time.
Freshness definitely proven. He's done a little bit of research there.
Here comes the push. Not much time to react on this. Dom's been caught out completely. Link needs to get 3.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, you need 2 kills minimum. You get the 3rd. It's a higher chance, but it's still unlikely. It all just crumbles away. All right, Astro finds 1. Keto does just take the face.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're feeling confident at that point, but you can't really count out Wind and Rain.
That's a good flash and peek, though. I understand Fry, who honestly can come out with some absolutely crazy things.
Fry can be the clutch. 100%.
But I don't think they're giving him an opportunity here, to be honest. They're giving him occasional peaks, but it doesn't really matter. 7 to 8. At one point, it did feel like it was getting away from Wind and Rain. It was, 7 to 4? And then there was those 3 rounds thanks to Jenko kind of giving a burst of energy to them. But otherwise, you consider that second round where they got eco'd. How different would the game have been if they didn't get eco'd? Because that was a lot of momentum that Horse and Carriage peak was actually brought into that early half. My man's watch has got to be thin there, because his USP was crispy. In that pistol earlier on. Oh my word.
Oh. Hello.
It's not very often that you get dinked jumping across mid by Glock.
No. Look at the speed there as well, Ben.
Yeah.
Instant smoke on the fly, take side control, burst your way in. Dom!
Quite unfortunate.
Losing everything there. Jenko as well with the response, tries to get the kill on the pit player, does eventually eliminate Freshness, and You now went to 4 versus 3. They have got the site control. They can chill out a little bit. Good post plants as well. You still got the 2 players on site there.
I'm not too sure. So the kit is in pit here. So they need to get this far into the map to actually get any chance of doing anything here. Ooh, Chenko.
The one taps have been strong.
1 clip left. He's going for the ace. There it is. All piece 50. All headshot. Clean as a whistle.
Yeah. Horse and carriage peekers might have just pistoled it all away there, Ben. There's wind and rain. Bringing it back now. 8-8. The scoreline does turn back to more of what we expected to see.
Yeah. So you would like to think they don't get ecoed here.
Yeah, you
because
would
they did
hope
win the
so.
first pistol. So accomplished pistol players and everything, but can they convert this round? So at least this looks a lot more steady, I guess, better way, right? Jenko last time, well, Fry ran down banana. Jenko peeked balcony. It was very aggressive. They weren't really respecting their opponents,
they were just taking
I
the
guess
fight.
a better way of putting it. But that's pure speculation at some point, because obviously we don't know what's going through their heads. But
Yeah,
from
we don't know
what we
the
could see,
but
it looked like that. And this is incredibly patient, though. They're not even using grenades to try and get anything out of them, they're just kind of waiting it out. So Horse and Carriage Speakers did smoke mid, and now neither of these players close have a smoke left. 1 flash ruins the both of them, but the chance that you check in both sides quite rare.
Has Noodle. Literally just holding it out, Ben, just waiting for that
Yeah,
push.
they've bought into this. Oh, the movement.
Oh,
There's
the
a flash at
timing.
B.
Oh,
Oh my word.
the pillar almost got taken. Yeah.
I was going to say. There is still a player in pit, though. Freshness. He could get... No.
No.
If he'd played that out long enough, he might have been able to take away the planter and potentially another man after.
Instantly decided to commit, took a shot.
Yeah.
In the
hate
heat
to
of
see
the
it.
moment, really.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you look back at it and you're like, I could have done so much with that round, and then... the chances of you actually getting something from that anyway are quite slim,
Yeah.
but, there's like that slight possibility where you're just like, but I could have done this, could have done that. It could have been great. I could have been on a YouTube highlight video.
It's also the sort of the LAN jitters as well in terms of you're trying to assess the situation. Your sound's not as clear, things are different. You feel a little bit out of place. What can you really do? He's made a judgment call.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
So Kisa makes the wise decision to save his 5-7 along with the smoke and armor, of course, which perfectly fine. Didn't really have any opportunity to do anything else there. So he does buy a HE grenade, and Freshness does too. Hasnell does. Finn's bought one as well, and they seem to be going for, 2 nades down mid, 2 down banana. So he smokes mid, and he's going back to the other side. So are they keeping all of the grenades over the wall here?
Yeah.
So this can be quite wild. If they hear any movement towards the top, you're going to see an absolute barrage of grenades come over there. That has done quite a bit of damage, but oh no, the team grenades. That's done so much damage to Dom.
Oh, it's so awkward. Dom, 2 HP. They are being able to find a frag still. Dom stays alive as well. Astro gets the flick up.
Really? It was Dom and Astro that took the damage off the nades. But Fry's the one to die.
Jenko on the cross.
They'll be quite annoyed at those grenades. They probably should have done more. If they were targeted correctly or to the correct areas, whatever. That
It was
would
a
have been
nice
quite
idea.
good. Yeah, I mean,
just,
they've called correctly there. If
Yeah.
that really work out, you can maybe get 3 of them with grenades. Which, fair enough.
Is
that a P90 this point?
We have just seen a P90 come in, and they've just got rid of it there.
Yeah. Jenko's not about that life. So we saw Finn repping that AWP on Inferno earlier on today. And he was incredibly aggressive with it, if you remember. He was really just taking peeks, and he's already taken 30 damage from just peeking mid. He didn't actually see anybody, he just took grenade damage. Which, fair play to win rain, they kind of know we're not going to be allowed to do that sort of thing against us. It's not, that's too low level essentially. It's just such a basic thing. This timing on the smoke, do they peek beyond it or do they wait for it? They are waiting for it. Ooh, oh, they've got through. Asher had his flash lined up perfectly. Good shot, but can't get a move on. And that site is gone. 3 SMG kills. Done.
Everyone that was there has been killed. It's going to be the bomb down. That's going to be easily an 11th round now.
Let's see. So I would be interested to see how much difference that utility damage actually did. So I'm going to assume that it was these 3, wasn't it? Because Hawkeye didn't buy one.
No.
For good reason. He has still got 0. And then, it still doesn't look like much damage, does it? Really, when you think about it.
Compared to the 3 nades they threw.
Yeah.
What you expect them to actually get from that compared to what it was, yeah.
Just overall though, even like the flash numbers, they're not fantastic.
It's all quite low.
Are they? 18 flash enemies there, and then 22 on the CT side. It's not great. But they lose both guns as well. So that's a horrible timing as well. I know there was a tech pause that came in there. So I'm not too sure what this issue actually is. And I'm not
a technical pause.
Yeah, it was technical pause, but I don't see any technical issues. I imagine it's meant to be attack.
Maybe they've just used the wrong pause. It does just seem like they're just talking, so...
Yeah. Because as we all know, you're not allowed to talk during attack pause.
No.
So I'm gonna assume it is attack. And I'm not too sure. I mean, I can understand wanting to talk over that round, but in the heat of the game, I don't think it was around what you needed to talk about much. Simply put, Europa got pushed off Arch. He managed to get the 1 kill while falling back.
Yeah.
And then there was no, your pit player got killed by an SMG, and the guy playing quad who came to mini pit got killed by the same SMG that killed the Europa. That was about it. I can imagine them talking about the buy, maybe. Something weird with the grenades. Like, they seemed willing to do that before.
It's possible.
But you can see some money has been spent there. So there's a P250 Kevlar on Freshness, 5.7 on Keto, a D1 has Noodle. He'll add a Smokestack Keto bar, and then there's a P250 on Hawkeye too. So they aren't buying, that's for sure. Just a simple eco. But the wonder is, will they do any sort of special stack with it? My mind's going to say no, and they'll probably play a regular round. But what I could see is Keto going to one site, putting a smoke down, and then the others going to the other one. And then just some sort of stack at mid, maybe? 2 both sides. Although they have just bought extra 3 smokes right as this free time ended.
Yeah.
So, there goes my game plan. So this could just be a straight delay them as much as possible with smokes. Oh my word, he's run through it. I'm not too sure about that as a individual play.
Very brave. But... Wow.
That's very unfortunate.
That doesn't feel like that. Yeah.
Because we could just see Keto on that X-ray, he was just shooting, and that half second or whatever that you run across. Bullets at the brain. Shame. All in all though, it's not looking like too bad a round for HCP. They've got the 2 kills, they have the man advantage. And this is where you risk having all players on the same site. Just because you don't win 2v3. Whichever side it goes, you don't win 2v3. But this is awkward, there's a bit of a build-up outside library on instant.
Jenko gets the initial headshot. Eliminates Keto. Oh, Madika Finno with the response. Gets the uppercut through. There is an easy spray down.
Yeah.
But even then, you're left in the 2v2. It is just pistols on the side of horse and carriage because they can recover weapons on the way round to them. But Wind and Rain are favoured quite massively right now.
Yeah, it's a very awkward situation because Keto, when he was on his rotate, they then killed that second guy in CT and they just knew there's nobody B. If there is, then fair enough, they've done us. But we feel like there isn't. And Jenko was so confident, he actually went to CT and just hunted them. He was straight up like, I'll take the close angle. I'll trust Dom to win the 1v2 if need be. And I mean, Jenko is, he is feeling it. Like, 116 ADR, like, he is on it right now. So the CT's reaction players, this is probably what they were talking about in that pause. The double AWP. Just an AWP on both sides. Obviously, we saw Makika Finn with it earlier on, and Hawkseye, we've not seen him with it once yet. Gets the open onto Fry, which fantastic. You know, that's great. Good start. As good a start as any. But I would be interested to see what kind of reaction play they would be off. You know, how aggressive do you stay? Do you fall back? Right now, it looks like they're falling back quite a bit.
So, Dom will get the bomb from T steps. They're all going to group up. Seems like it could be a play up towards this A site now. Astro trying to get themselves an opener. Be the crowbar to wedge open the round as they enter their way in.
What was Noodle doing? They have boosted Jenko onto that porch, but he's already up close. Astro's ready for this quick trade if need be. But that seemed like such a lone mission right there. Like, they sent Jenko in on his own. There was no backup for him, really. That's a good flash if it got Finn there. So that's the mini pit smoke coming in. Which should mean it's towards A.
Well, here they go, Ben. Pushing their way up. Link finds the first frag. Makika Finn is eliminated. Freshness trying to play for hit. That's a huge tag. Single-handedly, I mean, that kind of
it threw him off, didn't
how it's going to go.
As soon as he got hit, he was like, oh god, they know.
Yeah.
And then he's kind of, no time left.
Strips your confidence
He's
as well.
done so, really.
That's going to be 13-8 now to win the rain.
Because it was 7-4 to HCP. Like, that's, you know, things gone a bit sour for them, which is a bit of a shame, really. But it is still possible to fight back. I mean, they're saving the AWP and AK. They have learned from saving last time at the actual B site. Saving in T-spawn this time. Bit safer. Bit more skill. So as I said, 13-8. There's a bank building. Look at Chenko's cash. He's on 15k. Dom's on 16k.
Yeah,
they can buy the next 3 rounds, really. Dom should drop for Fry, but not happened. Which, here and there, I guess. Yeah. Would have been better to manage it like that. But here comes the force buy at the CTs. MP7, FAMAS, and an M4. Freshness has been very willing to use an SMG this game.
He's used the SMG a lot.
On T side, he was just like, I'll MP7 or Mach 10 or whatever. Which is rare.
Do they comfortable with the SMGs? Feels like it's more viable.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it should always be level comfort, just because if you are really good with a gun, then you are really good with a gun. Like, you know, it's like using a Krieg.
Yeah.
If you're really damn good with that thing, then
use it.
You can make that $300 difference actually be shown. And I believe we can say that Endpoint have won their game against Spitfire earlier on.
Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, obviously Endpoint bumping around now. Spitfire had a while to wait.
They were 4 beers deep.
Yeah, they were 4 beers deep.
At least. Which is wild.
I'm surprised they could even hold their mouses.
That's a good round with. It was such a weird one in terms of... it would look like a much more like split and pick, that entire round. Just sort of players going around everywhere trying to do their own thing, and ultimately the CTs, I wouldn't say tricked them, but they managed to catch them out, at least by having 2 players on Arch. But like I mentioned, like the round before, that money on the win and rain side is humongous. So buys are no issue. They can still do what they're doing. The question is what kind of situation they're going to go for. Would it be an actual default, or would it be a set strat from a minute on?
$39 bent. Looking to try to get themselves a 14th, get themselves really into a good position, and win and rain, they're not committed to anything. I mean, the B site is almost completely open. There's nearly a welcome match.
He's so close as well. He whiffs that one shot. One flash, and he's off this angle. It looks like they're going to throw smokes right over his head. And he'll probably get the free kill on someone close. But no way does he get anything else. No way. Not a chance. That's the one. He's been allowed to get away though. Oh my god, he's re-peeking.
Oh, this is awkward.
This is so aggressive.
Still getting frags. Constantly going for the faces. Now it's a 3 versus 4. This is going to favour horse and carriage, but can they actually get these shots off? Connection through the smoke will eliminate Jenko God. And it's just Jupiter and Fry that remain. Fry is lost to the never. This is not good, Ben. This is looking like it should be a 13-10 at this point now. Horse and carriage because is this where they wake up?
So 13-10. I mean, the amount of times I was just saying you can't get more than one from that angle. And I mean, there's always going to be one guy who's just going to peek at the corner, but you're usually right next to him because he's going to smoke that and you're going to be going in straight on it. Or he'll get the contact, you'll go on off him. But there was nobody there. There was a good 2-3 seconds behind him. And he got 2 kills and damaged Jenko. I think he hit him through like a clat hit. So it's just, you know, it just shouldn't be happening, really. Really shouldn't. But because of that, though, they're still able to buy. The money is so damn good. Also, we're now reaching the ends of that bank, and it now does mean that HCP can, you know, potentially, I would say reset them, but the money values, it's not really a reset at this point. And Windring are now resorting to executes.
Yeah.
So it looks like it'll be more of their stereotypical smoke mini pit, have some people go through apps, that sort of thing. At least that's what it looks like they're lined up to do. So Jenko's been called to do a smoke. I think this is the arch smoke. This should be landing on arch any second now. There we go. So that's the top mid control gained. And he'll carry on going through ups with Link, where I imagine they'll be flashed out by... Actually, Link's the only one with a flash. This will be dry. Unless Link flashes them out himself, this is going to be dry. There's no flashes.
They're just going to go for it, Ben, and see if they can actually make it work. And Hans Noodle gets the first and the second. The big follow-up frag coming through. Z is just on a tear with the AK right now, being able to deny quite a lot from that. There is the response, though, and it is Jenko. He's bailed them out of every round, and he's confident about it.
He is feeling it, to be fair to him. He really is. It's just, I feel like I thought the guy in pit would have been the key to that round there, because the guy in sight dies. I just thought surely they don't check for another guy pit, and he's still even got another one.
I know.
Phenomenal. Really incredible play from him. Like, just look at the numbers there on the thing. 1 5k, 2 4ks, 4 3ks.
That's wild.
Yeah, like, it's only 160 ADR, but the fact that he's just cleaning up so easily as well. If he wanted to, he could have gone for the second ace there. But smart man,
yeah,
Mr. Jenkinson.
Instead tries to back off and save things a little bit.
He's 32 and 12.
Yeah, he is the difference maker.
Oh, I see how those numbers get inflated. So that 5k, 3 4ks, 5 3ks. I was wondering, because that doesn't actually add up properly, otherwise that adds up to 32.
Right.
He has definitely had single kill rounds.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you get a 5k, you get a 4k and a 3k added. Does that tally?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually had 2 4ks, 1 5k, and 2 3ks. Oh no, is it 2? Yeah, 2. Yeah, but still, nonetheless, he's 32 kills. Doesn't really matter at this point. Just wondering what kind of issues Panorama has.
We're learning as we go.
Yeah. Might report down to Volvo.
Let them know. Let them know what's up.
They might fix it in 2 years.
Hopefully. So, Horse and Carriage Speakers forced back right now. Smoke's coming in. Not really able to do too much defending as they would like. Really having to give up quite a lot of control here. So everyone grouped up on the site. You've got the AWP and Decafin. He's just holding the cross. No one has even moved from the B site though.
Yeah, they're not biting on anything. There's no fake to be had, is there? Astro's lined up a smoke, which he's just thrown. But Jenko, again, he's taken the fight. He's got the first kill, but it's been traded pretty much instantly. And that smoke was lined up beautifully, really. Because it has split the map a bit. Yeah, because there is a CT in library now, and 2 on the A site. But their plan is to actually go through this, And this timing could not be worse for them, honestly. The timing on them actually going around that corner, lining up with freshness, checking it. And
Yeah.
that's an 11th round for Horse and Carriage Speakers, and the money on the Wind and Rain isn't great. They should eco this one, because they can buy comfortably next. I would like to see them test the B site as a rush, just because we haven't seen anything really. And they have got a flash, and a smoke. And it does look like it's going to be Banana. He's got the smoke ready to put the molly out. He's got so much on his cart, but can they get the kill in the corner? Because if they do, that's the plan. Or he might be able to get a peek here.
They have given Fry the
He is going for the peek. This is a nice 1v3 opportunity here, because he can find 1v1s quite easily. Oh no, that timing! Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Timing, unfortunate for him there, really.
You do have to say that it was quite wild that none of them peeked, and then the guy who got their set last ran straight across. It was a bit of a nut job peek, if I'm honest. But as I said, it doesn't really matter. They tested that rush, and I mean the site wasn't exactly fantastic. The AWP did get a lot of damage on. The rifle did do quite well, but you know, like later on in the round, that could be exploited.
Getting control here towards Apps early on. 14-12, so it's actually very, very close for comfort. Obviously, still not decided which one of these two teams is going to get the early advantage and take the first map here in the best of three. Our first semi-final of the day. Played towards that B site, could be an Autobahn Hawkeye. Still trying to go for the play, gets the initial frag.
His AWPing has been so aggressive.
I think we actually heard Keto there calling him to fall back to site as well. Which is interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Because, I mean, as soon as he saw Fry just then, he did get the tag off.
Yeah.
Which is perfect, right? He'll say he got the tag. That's minimum 60. And he's going to flash Keto through. Just as the smoke's coming through. This timing is perfect for them to go through, but they wouldn't even know. They've got the kill, but where's the trade here? Jenko is still alive, and Jenko has killed another one! He's gone straight through the smoke.
They have to commit to this B site play now, though. They are already there. Jenko scavenges something.
Yeah, he did pick up a molly, I think.
Yeah, I think
it just hasn't shown up.
It's just not shown up.
Yeah. So both players walking through ruins. This could be quite an awkward one. Because if timing is against them here, they're making a lot of noise now. Link should give the info to Jenko at least. Ooh!
Wow.
Heck of a shot from him. 1v1 freshness and Link. Kind of baiting both of them here, and Link. AK, much more superior than the M4. Yeah. Not much he can do there, but hell of a shot on Sajenko. To be fair, you know. Based on the form, we're expecting Jenko to just peek and just whack them off.
Jenko to just be the one that's just going to be wrecking face against everyone right now, but actually proves that he is still a man and that he can be beaten at times.
And this is match point for the first game. So 15-12. It's been rather close, but you have to consider this is HCP's map as well. Oh. And I just heard Kisa go. They went straight through. Obviously quite surprised to hear that coming through. But Hawkeye's kind of made this possible still.
Yeah, Hawkeye's actually blown him to bits with the AWP. Oh, tried to go for the kill.
That was so close!
Ben, if he would have killed the bomb planter there, dismay would have been unleashed across the bomb site. But instead, they're actually getting the reverse treatment back on themselves. You've still got Jenko alive and kicking. He's going to be hunting for you. And they are just being absolutely obliterated, Ben. It's up to the two AWPs to clutch it. It's not going to be easy.
But one of the AWPs is certainly contributing, and the other one cannot. 16-12. Jenko 37-15 in regulation.
That's a huge game.
Which I think that's the best single performance we've had today.
Oh yeah, I'd say by far.
By a long margin.
Definitely MVP of the day at that point.
Yeah, like so. In terms of more stats, what have we got here? Oh, look at the nade damage from Fry.
Nearly 400 damage done.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Consider his ADR is only 68, so that's what?
Fry is just head and shoulders above the rest there in terms of those HEs and what he was leading up to with them.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
So that was when we were taking the first map, 16-12.
Mm-hmm.
That was... thingy. horse and carriages or horse carriage peakers pick
Epic, yeah.
Inferno. We'll be going to overpass shortly. I'm not so sure. I think it's about 5-10 minutes in between.
Most likely, yeah.
Looks like players, looks like players are going for a little drink, toilet break, that sort of thing. Shouldn't be too long, but we'll be back soon with Overpass.
Yeah, with the second map. Stay tuned for that, as this is our first semi-final here, as we're in the later stages. We'll catch you after the break. Hello everyone, we are back now, continuing on with the series we have at hand here. Our first semi-final, Horse and Carriage Peakers versus Wind and Rain. So Wind and Rain just picked up the first win there, Ben, on Inferno. Obviously HCP's pick.
Yep.
Actually quite a slow start for Wind and Rain. Majorly brought back by probably the best performance we've seen in the entire tournament. I'd say by Jenko single-handedly. Locked him up like a spilt drink.
100% best performance. Like, we've seen both playing well.
Yeah.
But he was single-handedly just, as I said, mopping the floor with them. Like 37 kills in regulation is no.
It's not a joke, man.
Yeah. And he's already starting this game with another kill. Because he gets dropped a P to 50 by Astro. It seems on their pistol runs on T side. And considering last game got an ace with it. Obviously Astro's like, I'll do it again. You seem lethal. Yeah,
if it works, you might as well.
Try.
Goes down in seconds. Jenko, a little bit slower than last time in terms of the time to kill there, but does eventually get the frag. Bomb will go down as well. They're swarming back towards the site. Two very lethal members here of the site. They're going to be rolling around.
Still.
Jenko.
You can just see it.
Yeah.
He knows damn well what kind of fight he can take.
He came over in the brief break between the series, and he went, "Do you guys stream that game?" We went, "Yeah." And he just went, "Ha!" Walked off. Yeah.
Very peculiar exchange, but clearly you could just tell he's just like, yeah, everybody saw me absolutely destroy them.
I did some frags.
And people on the internet watched. This is a good day.
Yeah. Today was a good day. Jenko did have to use his AK. Frag comes through though. Fry is going to be kicking off the second round here as Keto goes down. So this is actually their map pick as well now. So a lot more interesting potentially because, I mean, this is really going to be Horse and Carriage Peakers' last chance, Ben. They need to put everything into this. You had a good start on your map. You fizzled out towards the end. Medika Finn, he's been looking pretty effective, pretty consistent, I'd say, for the entire time we've seen him. Freshness has had a couple of rounds here and there. Quite an unorthodox play style at times.
Yeah.
But if it works, it works.
I think Hawkeye was probably the big one from the end of that game. Because his AWP was actually a huge factor.
He was very aggressive.
He was aggressive, but it was working when it shouldn't really, is the thing.
It seemed like, obviously, we've got the added benefit of the fact they are sat very, very close in front of us.
Yeah.
After that game, you heard Hawkeye, he was saying to Keto basically that he is going to be playing very aggressive here. He's going to be going for pushes from the A site. He is going to be trying to go for those frags. So, obviously, feels confident enough in his play style to run the risk. But it did seem like there were rounds where maybe there was frustration in the team because of the overface, because of the constant commit. It's the Smooya syndrome. You get one frag, you think you can get more. You get two frags, at that point call it quits, but you don't. You keep going and you throw away a bit of a lead then. But the push comes in. Jenko finds the first. Ooh, the response there from Hawkeye with a CZ. He might get two, but it's still not enough. Jenko will close it out with two frags of his own. And that is a second now for Wind and Rain.
Yeah, I was wondering what was the best situation to come of that, whole thing. I was hoping the deal player would get one, and then it might be a bet for him. But like you mentioned, with him saying, "I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that," it's something different to see because normally players are quite afraid.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the biggest games that some of these players have played.
Oh, I mean, especially
in terms of opposition too.
Yeah, in terms of these players floating around from the UK scene, you're going to know these names. These are very household names now at this point inside of the UK CSC. At most maybe it's Dom that you'd still be a little bit sort of
that's
warming up
his name.
But that is because he's had a rebrand.
Yeah, he's now Soulcast, so it doesn't really help his brand, but we know him as Dom, and that's where he'll stay. They've actually got two AKs out of that. So look at the guns that that's Wind Rain. It's the three SMGs. The AKs got singled out perfectly. That's really, really unfortunate. Oh, actually they're going to lose one of them here.
They're probably not going to get a chance to use the second either, Ben.
Just about wins it. That's all that was needed though, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You can get out of there. Get on out of there, boy.
You can just run away at that point.
But Dom's not going to let you.
Dom spotted a bit of leg. He's
when Dom spots a bit of leg, he goes further up.
He bites down on it like it's a chicken wing, Ben.
Oh, he did hit. Oh, God.
There we go.
There we go. That's the AK recovered. Obviously, Keto does keep his. But not really an issue. So the double AWP has come straight out. Finn and Hawkeye.
What is this song? It's so loud. Oh, there we go. It's gone.
It's been cut.
It was so loud. I was just like, what is that?
It has been cut. By request.
That's incredible.
You.
John's gone over there and started swinging fists.
Respectfully.
That's what we need.
Oh, was it Neil Diamond tribute? Okay.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that was the show tonight, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We still get tickets.
Nah, maybe not.
Oh.
This aggression from Keto. Keto had Hawkeye saying, I'm going to go aggressive.
Yeah.
But,
Alright.
you know what? This is what I can do.
The thing is, the rough factor with that is, right, he's risked it a little bit, but you did actually get quite a nice frag off the back of it. The shame is the re-peek through the smoke again.
Yeah.
At that point, you're quite lucky to actually get away. Just call it quits. There's no need to overcommit in that sense.
It's kind of the Fair syndrome. So on Overpass, Fair's always given this role where he's allowed to do what he wants, run around, and you can trust him to get 1, 2, 3 kills. People like the idea of, I'm fair. I'm basically fair. I get 2 kills sometimes. I'm him. Hell yeah. And then they just do it again, and you're just thinking, you're really not, right?
Overpass is one of those maps, though, where it seems like, especially for AWPers, it's open to a lot of interpretation in terms of how you want to play it.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of different viable strategies now in terms of what your main AWPer can get up to. Freshness is set up here, actually, with a nice little crossfire. Oh! That was a poised peak. This man is finessing all over him.
Yeah. Has no loss did that little peek. But it's actually got the kill on Freshness, quite surprising.
I mean, that was dirty, yeah.
I just thought of one of those shots where you're hitting the metal.
Yeah.
That's the best way of putting it. But, alas, they pick up their first round, and honestly I'd say the A players were a huge factor in that. Hawkeye got the kill that was on the actual retreat, Keto with a kill and more damage.
Yeah.
And look at the buy from In the Rain, it's not great.
Astra going to be the one to be the dedicated rifler into the rounds. Does go first, so you lose Soulcast, that's Dom out of the equation. As Noodle is actually playing on the close angle, Ben. Oh, gets the first headshot, you remove the rifler. But it doesn't matter as Jenko God is there and he strikes fear into their hearts, Ben, with a nice tasty deagle shot. Lands it right between their eyes. Freshness will fight back against him and it is all down to one man. Is he a planet? Yes.
Yeah, he's named after my favourite Gustav Holst song.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's got all the, it's like some really quite classical music on all the planets. My favourite's Jupiter.
Nice.
It's nice, it is really nice.
That's good. Is there one for Pluto?
I don't know actually. I've only listened to Jupiter and Saturn. I prefer Jupiter, but they are a nice piece of music.
Check them out on SEO SoundCloud.
I have remixed them. In fact.
Oh.
He gave him opportunity, didn't he?
Yeah, there was a bit of delay in their action there.
Yeah.
Normally, the thing is as well, Link hits those shots.
Yeah, to be fair. And the AWPs come out from Astro. Hasn't taken long for it to come out here, has it?
No.
6th round. No regard for his teammates' buys.
Yeah.
I want my AWP. And then Fry's stuck with his Galil. No nades on Astro or Dom.
Very restricted nades across the board. I mean, you've got free smokes.
Yeah, it's not too great. But House Noodle's got an MP9. Which... it can work at Monster.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the range to play with.
Yeah. Just a bit unorthodox, I guess.
I suppose it's supported by the fact they do have a double AWP setup though. Medika, Finn and Hawkeye.
Yeah, both AWPers. In fact, he's AWPing short. So that A player is playing solo on top of the bin.
Yeah.
Which always feels a bit uncomfortable as a position.
The retreat from that is going to be a bit awkward.
So Jenko actually does get that lurk frag towards that B site. And Keto reacts with an aggressive play at Banana, which, fair play, that is a good...
It's a nice trade.
Very quick move, that would be.
Better as well this time, I mean, you can see, goes for the confidence face, knows he needs to get that pick. At that point, you're back in a 4v4. It is going to favour the T's, but if you overcommit to that, again, that's majorly their round at that point. They can go for a fast hit on the A site. At least now we've slowed it down a bit. You've still got 40 seconds in the round as well. They haven't committed just yet, Ben, but they are grouping up, seeming more so like they're poising themselves towards a B play in the late rounds.
You can see Hawkeye's getting very, very impatient on this side.
He's quite angsty, you can tell.
Yeah.
This translates over in his gameplay.
That is a deadly dirt to have coming at you from monsters.
Oh yeah.
Dom and Jenko.
Dom looks like he's warmed up into the overpass game as well. AK in his hands, he's a whole different caliber of fish. Caliber of fish.
Oh
It's
my.
a big fish, Ben. But Medika, Finn and Hawkeye
Only 10 seconds left. Yeah, they got the bomb down. He's got that no scope.
trying to go for the frags with the AWP here. It is actually going to be Fry that lands it. It's all up to Fry to clutch it. He's normally as a cucumber in these situations, but he has to go finds the kill, but Medika Finn will get the defuse.
He just got out of that molly.
Yeah.
I mean, fair play to him, he has seen that molly has gone way too far. I could probably get a little gap here. But it was just enough that it was still behind the sandbags.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, considering the situation that round, like Junker got that lurk frag, he also damaged Has Noodle to half as well. Which obviously didn't matter too much in that situation. But it's just, you know, he's shown the impact he can get that kill at B. Which I think means they're going to go towards B a lot more later on in this game. Because they're using a double AWP quite often here already. And it's quite weird to AWP B like this. Look at, you know, he's very impatient, look at it. You can tell it's a bit, he feels the need, something needs to be happening. Constantly.
That does sort of seem to be the playstyle that he has though. Very aggressive, very in your face, likes the high octane. Not quite good with the downtime there really. But the pistols come through, they get one pick so far. That is an M4 grabbed. That is going to be thrown over to the IGL. The brains of the situation in Astro. But can they build from this, Ben? It's a 3 versus 4. You've got a minute on the clock. Smoke is going to be chucked out there over towards Bank as they get themselves ready to push up.
Yeah, he's given himself an opportunity to actually get up closer. But both AWPers are present here.
Double scopes on the site.
One flash could ruin their day entirely. Depending on where they're looking. Bank player gets forced off, but the truck player has not been affected at all.
Oh, that was nearly actually a double as well. That could have been the collapse right there from Medika Finn, but he does eliminate Dom. Astro.
His little head's poking up everywhere.
Trying to go for the play.
He does have the molly. Yeah, he just picked that up.
Yeah. That actually forces him out. Good play from the first molly. Doesn't get the adjustment though. Fry now.
See the confidence from Hawkeye.
Nah.
You can just see it. He does want to take a challenge. If he can find one, he'll take it.
Yeah.
Has Noodles loving this MP9, isn't he? I think he's just waiting.
When
are they eco? When are they coming deep?
Trying to get that one round.
Please.
It's the one moment of bliss.
Yeah, like, when are they coming? I bought an MP9 15 rounds in a row. They've not been eco once.
I don't understand.
This is stupid. So this is a lot more B oriented. So I mentioned Janko got that kill. He knows he can. But this is the first time they've taken B short control as well.
Hazard as well, very close towards the pit this time around. Gonna go for a very aggressive play. I mean, the MP9 close range like that, if you're gonna hit heads with it, it will shred you to pieces.
So next to no presence at the other site. Okay, Akito's got, you know, he doesn't know it, but he does have free roam here.
It's the info he's gonna get from that though, if he's allowed to carry on this push.
Such a stereotypical IGL player, isn't it? You
Yeah.
see them walking around this area of the map, it's always an IGL. Spotting out all this info, he sees nothing. And that's where the rotate comes in. Hawkeye's already going, this is where they've taken short. But it's now getting to the point where, you know, doors open, they're executing on it, they're going in.
Oh, they're committing into it. Link finds the first frag. Freshness has been taken down, smacked by the back of his hand. It is a 4 versus 5, but they're taking a huge beating. Keto as well with a big backstab play. I mean, he's gone huge there, Ben.
Big.
That's what he needed to do, and he wants to continue it even larger. But unfortunately,
on his own.
he will be punished. Astro versus Hawkeye. The battle of the AWPers at heart. Oh, peeks up. His head is given to him, and it is a free frag for Astro. Also upgrades back to the weapon that he made a name for himself with originally.
CT money. The double AWP has been so expensive for them. They've never. They saved both at once. This last few rounds, they haven't done it. So yeah, they get the one.
Yeah.
It's all Has Noodle of all people. We've not seen him man the AWP.
I don't think we've seen him pick up the AWP the entire time.
But clearly, he's onto something.
I think possibly
not
with a spawn here, but
no, he's gone all over the place. He didn't seem too keen on what he wanted to do.
Oh, this is awkward though. Yeah, you've taken it towards short. You've played in the close angle. Yeah. They've gone for a burst. I mean, that's the most unfortunate thing you could have, really.
Yeah, it's not great. But Keto, look at. He's always coming from T-spawn.
Surely they've got to be ready for the flank.
Yeah, when do they find out? Like, when do they notice this trend?
Yeah.
He's going to get faced now. There's the seat. Oh, yeah.
Astro goes for the spot, yeah.
And, you know, this is still winnable. 2v1, he's got kit, smoke flash. It's not too crazy. Yeah.
He is suspect though.
It's good damage.
That was a nice spot there actually as well. Finds the frag on Jenko, but it could be doable. Has to go for the reload. Time is of the essence now. Does have a kit, but he still needs to be swift about it. Has to make a decision quick, smart. Gets the smoke down. He's just going to go for the full commit. I mean, it's now or never. Unfortunately, it will be the latter, slain by Astro. Very tight affair though. I mean, this is Win and Rain's map.
Yeah.
It was a close affair on the first map in the early stages. This time around, you know, we're seeing stints of rounds. We've got, what, 3 in a row there, 4? In response to 2 in a row.
It's 1 alive, both those last 2. It's very shaky at times, I think would be the best way of putting it. And they've bought into this again. They have identified there was only 1 alive again.
Yeah.
We can't probably buy into this. And it's a big risk, to be fair to them. But clearly the call has been made. And they've trusted Keto to be at this site on his own. But the thing is, surely after so long of pushing A,
yeah,
something would have changed, right?
Kito's about to be led on a wild goose chase if he actually commits to the follow here, though.
Yeah.
Could get the backstab off, but it depends on the timing.
So he gets that free kill, but it's far too late. They're all the way up on site. There's no rotate. The bomb is going down.
Yeah.
Jenko's got the rotates here. Think about how many people are peeking him from this angle now.
This is just aim practice for Jenko.
Doesn't quite get all of them, but you could see a situation where he does get all 4.
Yeah.
That was slowly building up. And honestly, best situation, save. It was only a Mach 10 that got lost in Connector. It's not exactly valuable.
Yeah, I mean, you think about what they had going into this round. Pistols here and there, a few little upgrades.
Yeah, they bought into it, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you need to save.
Yeah.
Because they'll get 2-4 for this round. So Finn will have 27, which, not great. It's not really worth buying into it. Like this next one even. Because obviously 3 alive is the main reason. But the fact is you haven't really got enough loss bonus. But you can see the 2 standout performers on that CT side. Hawkeye, Finn. Hawkeye's come into this game, in this series really. You know, earlier on he didn't seem too crazy.
Thing is though, overpass, it is kind of an AWPer's dream really, isn't it?
If you're comfortable on this map, that's an AWPer, you can do it.
Especially when you do play the very aggressive style. It leans into it. You can try and get the best out of your formula really, so it's definitely been working well for him.
So Dom thankfully will not be checking this long stack. And Jenko gets that first kill towards this smaller site.
He's got a welcome out on B site here as well, Ben. And he's going to go straight in. He'll get that read. I mean, that's an easy rotate 3 down towards the B site, surely. Jenko's in the site now. It's only a matter of time.
Depends on how aggro these CTs are, because they know they need to do something. So peaks are going to come out. And this is such an awkward situation, because they've been seen on radar. One of them got seen on radar.
Yeah. You could hear the spam come through. Link gets that kill every time. You should get the follow-up as well. Dom comes in to support, yeah.
And the AK is still alive. So if Win have a good memory of that last round, they'll know that the AK is still there, but Dom doesn't really care, he'll just shoot people. I'm going to look for him, I'm going to find him, I'm going to kill him. And there he is.
He is the Terminator.
So this was the reverse scoreline of the first half last map.
Okay, again we see the double investment into the AWP though. Yeah,
they are needing this focus thing, aren't they? They don't feel comfortable without it.
But it's weird as well because I don't feel like you need Medica on the AWP though.
Yeah, I mean, the way Keto's been playing A, I feel like he'd be better off leaving an AWP on site and then having him play in connector or have him just play B.
Thing is as well,
double up short maybe?
You've got the hyper aggressive lurk pretty consistently now for the past couple of rounds in a row, right? They're going to get that read. Switch up a bit. You play far back from site, play from trades. Keto.
I was just wondering how long, who's going to see it.
He's going to have a spot.
How long?
Well, that's the thing. Change the tempo up a little bit now. Dial it back in. Play from site, play from trades.
You don't need to do that. They know you do that.
Yeah. They're poised for it now. They're going to be able to watch from behind. We've seen that. Astro's going to be ready. He's going to clear from behind in the late game. Obviously, it's a smart read. You haven't seen Keto in the past 30 seconds. It's going to be a behind push. It's really easy to telegraph now. It's happened so many times.
You can see some sort of mid-round aggression coming around from them here, which is good. I do like a good bit of mid-round aggression. Get some map knowledge here. So Freshness in a really good position, but the issue is Dom is selling this fake, which kind of makes him not push further up. But Hasnoodle actually gets the kill on door.
Oh,
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's just saved the round there entirely.
Yeah,
on his own.
I mean, Dom didn't really pull too many people there, but he did keep that one guy with them. But the fact that Hasnoodle got that kill on short as well kind of settled it, because if there was nobody short, he flashes out Monster, Hawkeye doesn't get that chance. They kept both AWPers alive that round, which is, I think that was the first time they'd done that.
Yeah. Interesting thing as well now for horse and carriage. The tone's very different.
Yeah, there's no screaming when they went around him.
We're looking very composed, very serious. I mean, there's no breaking character, even when they went around, no matter what they do, just carrying on. There's no reference to it at all. So definitely looking like maybe they're trying to get their focus on now.
Yeah, that's the first round that Hawkeye's gone actually ventured out of the B site with his AWP. Went for that connect to the peak and ultimately couldn't really get anything going. It's a horrible angle to peak anyway, just because there is a pixel angle, which is rough to peak, I guess the best way to put it.
Yeah. Oh,
this is an off angle. That was Astro with the AWP going so far ahead as well.
I don't like this from Keto every time. The re-aggression coming back through. You're in the 4v4, obviously it is going to favour the T.
Yeah, it is a crazy thing to do though. It's crazy enough that it might work.
Yeah.
That's the argument, isn't it?
But it's just the fact we've seen it so many times. It feels like if it was going to work by now it would have, and it just hasn't.
Yeah.
Just calm it down. You're in the 4v4, you can play for the trades. You've got your teammate with the AWP on site. Complement the AWP, play on the close angle, allow the AWP to be able to do what he needs to do. Instead, Ben, it's a 4 versus 3 now, 40 seconds on the clock.
Hasnoodle's got good info here. Oh wait, what? No, surely not. Yeah, no, he has to be staying here. There's no reason for him to be going elsewhere.
They look panicked. You would be as well. Jenko walking at the site, ripping you to pieces, hitting you with the Rhino. Jenko just dinking them down from a distance. It's Dom to dominate. And saw up the Hans noodle. But is he going to be a soup noodle, Ben?
Surely.
Or will he be an off-brand noodle?
Off-brand, definitely. Save it.
Off-brand. I tell you what, they put too much water in that one.
Too much water. Yeah, I'd say that was quite accurate. So let's have a look here. Oh, that's quite a good utility map, isn't it? Not today.
Oh.
Good flash numbers. I'd say that's good flash numbers. 10, 8, 4, 4, 1. That's good.
It's good to see it at least more average.
5, 3, 1, 0, 0. I feel like Hasnoodle's the guy who plays Monster.
Yeah.
He should be doing damage with his nades, I feel. Hawkeye, he's kind of been buying AWPs over and over again, so he hasn't really bought any HCs.
The utility usage from him hasn't really been in terms of that sense, no.
Finn, the same sort of argument really. He's been on A site, so he's been occasionally throwing them. Keto has been rifle out, trying to push mid.
I mean, it is mental though, the fact that we have seen flashes. I mean, we've seen 2 flashes, basically every round, consistently, from everyone on that side. And they're not even averaging, a flash each.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what the good rate would be of actually getting a flash, to actually hit someone. Because obviously the maximum is 5.
Yeah.
But that would be a crazy good flash, right?
That's got to be something unreal.
Yeah.
On a stack set up on a site push.
Yeah.
I mean, commonly you're looking at 2 players per flash on like a push because people are going to be playing for a crossfire.
Yeah, I mean if you're lucky at the push, you can flash all 5, can you? If it's a rush, you get a good popper. This looks like a straight out of the pause, a rush, straight out of the pause, roll and connector.
See around the world.
Oh,
Toward the overpass right now. Astro. He needs to get his ears on. He's got cotton ears, Ben. They're full of wool.
The plant, or did they not? They're boosting.
Thing is, this does nothing for him right now, though. They've got to open the door. He's not even going to wait around. No dilly-dally. He tags him through the door.
He's actually lost that trade, weirdly.
Yeah. He's come off on the worst end, but doubles up for it in the end. Kills Keto. Slams the Jenko as well. He's got bloodthirsty.
Just wants blood. Eco frags. Smell them.
The 5-7.
Oh, Jesus.
Stationary 5-7. Normally quite effective. Random movement 5-7. Also somehow effective. Oh, Hawkeye. He's bold.
Somehow he gets that kill.
Still, a frag's a frag.
Oh my word. He's absolutely ran this. He gets the kill on Fry here too as well, I think, unless Fry saw him. Fry saw him. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's really unfortunate.
Link has had a GG there as well.
Yeah, Link did drop a GG, I'm not too sure
I don't know
about
if he was just annoyed that he died, or...
I'm not really sure. I guess so. So I'm interested in this purchase.
Oh, we've seen the org.
Yes.
Righto.
Yes. I'm interested.
Oh, it is the rush as well. Double molly.
Here we go. How does the org react to a rush?
Oh, come on.
And the orb. Oh, there's the one. Can he get any more? Two.
Oh my goodness, whose org is this, Ben?
And it's all down to Jenko.
I reckon it's a winnable round. This is a Jenko round. Pushes straight in.
Last map Jenko. So he has alerted them where he is.
He's got the utility. Down to one flash now. Gonna pop with the final flash. You imagine it would be the commit straight through the smoke as well. Bounds in. B hops in. Marginal away there from hitting that headshot as well.
Give him half a second there. He pops that guy.
Yeah.
So 6-9. Trying to think, what was the first score? It was 8-7 last time, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In favour of. Was it Wind and Rain or was it Horse and Carriage? I think it was Horse and Carriage, wasn't it?
No, it was Wind and Rain because they had the comeback.
They were down 7-4, weren't they?
Yeah, and then they brought it back.
Yeah, so it's 9-6. On the side that they didn't choose to start, obviously, because this was their pick, which means Horse and Carriage speakers were allowed to choose. Yeah, you'd think that that's a pretty solid half, too. Like 90 rounds on Overpass. So Keto has decided, I am the Grenadier.
He is absolutely armed to the teeth with the nades.
Freshness is selling this sort of fake of some kind, or he's showing some sort of presence, is the main thing.
Trying to plant a seed of doubt in their mind, possibly. You know, you're not going to fall for much just from one tap from a Glock over there. But
yeah. So they are risking just one player on B.
He's got no info at all.
Yeah, I was going to say Jenko is just in heaven. So it is a heavy retake play here, isn't it?
They're dependent on the pistol snipes. They're just hoping they're going to be able to retake this quite effectively.
This is such a slow round from the T's, though. I'm just thinking, like, you know, you've got the smoke and 2 flashes, but you're not really doing anything with them.
What's the game plan with it?
You're 50 seconds now. You're going to use 1 to get long control. But, you know, like, you're not really getting much out of that. You get the bottom of long control. Your issue is getting to this part of long.
Yeah.
45 seconds left now. He's used the other flash to get into toilets, and it didn't actually reach. So you've used all your grenades now. You've got the smoke, you put it at the end. And you have no flash to burst it.
That flashbang hurts you so much as well because of the read you've given it. You're going to hit a flash, the smoke goes down, you've got the use out of the smoke
rotate there. Link has heard all of that. You can see the swarm rotating on radar.
He's going to be more than aware. The Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the swarm as they try and find these frags. Fry with the first. Hawkeye will respond back through, but damage is still coming in. Fry and Dom punish as they hit him with a left-right hook. Keto trying to stay alive on short, but there's an abundance of men just punishing him then with the drive-by. Final frag comes in off the back of Link. That is going to be a 10th round now picked up for Wind and Rain. 6 away from taking the series in a 2-0. And the binds are coming out.
Yeah, they've been coming out all game. I
don't know what it means.
I'd rather not know.
The girl dem Sicily.
Don't know if you should have said it. I don't know.
I don't know. Are we going to be banned?
I don't know. I don't know. I'd rather not know.
Yeah. Is it a cool thing? Do you have to be cool to know?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
That rules us out.
Yeah, I know.
Oh. God damn it. Not again.
What the hell?
2 flashes. Is this just a monster rush?
Yeah, just straight from the monster rush.
Jenko is here. And that nade has done so much! That was Link's
That was filth. That must have been like 300 damage.
Link with the ace.
That had to be like 300 damage off the nade alone.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's bolstered him so far up. I just saw huge red bars appear.
Mental. That was a really nicely timed nade.
Yeah. But it's such a weird buy now, though. Oh, I have to say weird, more weak, really. 4 smokes he got. So one player, Kisu's doing the front bathroom smoke, which will be bouncing across right here, and it should land right at the toilet entrance there. It's missed. Won't talk about that. And Dom's gone for the Stewie 2K sort of play, which sadly doesn't play out for him.
Yeah.
But there's still backup. Still backup.
Oh. Medicum with a frag on Astro. Yeah.
And now it's Jenko alone. I think the best way to win that first buy-on so far has been aggressive from Wind and Rain, and Horse and Carriage didn't really need to do much.
They were kind of just gifted the opportunity, really. Mistakes were made. Obviously, the overconfidence on the face. So in terms of the utility I actually have left now, it's 1 HE on Jenko.
I'm liking this from Jenko.
Ooh.
Throwing the flashes. Unlucky for Coventry, they don't have a single person there.
He has got that HE.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
It's all on link. And
yeah,
no
not
chance.
going to happen at that point.
It'd have to be an insane clip for that to work.
Yeah.
To be fair. But look at the money now, and it's, I can understand that they kept the SMGs and some of those players. But, Doms, they're all dry M4s. This is the same purchase that Horse and Carriage Speakers had, really. Just M4s instead of AKs.
Mate, we've got 3 flashes total there across the board.
And 3 smokes.
You think of how quickly they're going to be expunged as well. Look, 1 smoke's gone.
There we go, that smoke's landed this time.
2 smokes gone.
I cursed it when I called it.
Honestly, though, that does actually seem like a sort of a trend of Horse and Carriage Speakers at this point. They seem maybe like they're realising they're at the crunch time now. Because you've seen a couple of mistakes that have been coming out in terms of like smoke throws, flashbangs they've been going for. It all just looks a little bit... The style of CS they were playing before was a lot more slowed down across the board, but definitely feeling the pressure now at this point.
For sure. So that's true.
Just goes for the peak rounds.
I was going to say, it was a flash from Fry, I believe.
Yeah.
So you would be surprised to find another player closer. Which usually would mean Dom would either hold him for about 15 seconds or go aggro again himself.
Oh, that is awkward.
So unlucky.
You don't know who's come out worse for wear there overall. Fry! That is more like what we want to see, the ferocity coming back through.
And last player slow.
There he is. Looking more like Elite Series Fry once again.
Yeah. Elite Series Season 1 Fry, shall we say.
Of course.
Season 2, not so much.
Pre-broken hand Fry.
Yeah. Yeah, so thankfully, because of how clean that previous round was for Horse and Carriage Speakers, they can just get an ordinary buyout. Keto takes the hit.
Yeah, just going for the deagle.
Takes the hit, doesn't...
That's his 1 flash.
And it does get them into short. Although through a thick smoke. But they have got it.
It's a bold move. HE rolls back in though.
Aggression. Hawkeye's... He's gone with the wind. The
backstab could be unreal.
Yeah, if he really believes in this movement.
It's a ticking time bomb though of when Dom gets back to sight.
Ooh. Doesn't see him. He is going all the way behind.
Yeah. He's got away with that scot-free. I mean,
so what's awkward is Fry is playing here. So if he goes heaven, I don't know actually who he can see. He might be able to see Link. I think Link is the person he can see. He won't be able to see Fry. He'll be able to see Link.
Does he have trigger discipline here?
So he's lining it up. He can hear Dom rotating. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh, he's heaven.
You can hear. Oh, that's incredible.
He's heaven. What are you doing, man? That is heaven.
I straight left in the 1v2. That's great.
You could hear the shriek. He's heaven, man. What's he doing? This is very winnable, though. It's a real position. 20 seconds. This bomb does need to get planted.
Thing is, for Astro, he knows it's all about the timing as well. They're suspect.
That's a good plan.
Medika Finn.
And he knows where the planter was, but does Castro know what kind of movement the planter has done?
You've got to stay true to the game there, Ben. He should have stayed with his gut instinct, held the angle on short. Flashbang going to come back through on the cross though. Keto. Bold play. Confidence coming back in. Little bit more noise coming back for Horse and Carriage Speakers as well. Finally.
A flurry of claps from, I believe it's Hasnoodle. Quick flurry. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, we've saw, like, basically every round, these boys have been giving each other fist pumps, been high-fiving. There's been none of that this T-half. I'd say it's probably been the quietest we've seen them the entire time.
Yeah. So Janko with a flash. He's waiting for the sound cues from his teammates here. It should be, when that smoke booms, you should be flashing, I feel. Because that means they're probably close. Even if they've walked,
it's the battle of the flashes here.
He has just killed all of them.
Yeah.
Although, Janko. I mean, Janko nearly got freshness there too. Awkward battle.
Yeah.
Not too great. 12 to 9. I mean, it feels like Win Rain just need to get a steady economy, at least, like, get a steady buy-in, right? Because the first buy-in that they lost, it was that absolutely wild round where they ran mid and it was a clean sweep.
Yeah.
They got one back, and then it's been a bit dodgy. That 1v1 with Astro, fine. That's Hughes heaven.
It's one of those as well, but you've got to look at it and you just got to go, guys, right, look, we're 9-12, take a round on the chin, build economy, come back in, let's actually win a round.
That's what they're doing now, to be fair. Ooh.
Unfortunately.
Bit of a rough spray at first from Keith. So you can see loads of individual plays being made across the map from Wind Rain here. Okay, so that flash is quite clearly a fake. The way that was thrown. Ooh. Fry will get there in time, but I don't think he can do much of anything here. I mean,
okay, from a distance he can apparently. Slays with the CZ, puts him to bed.
oh, the plan.
Fry.
That smoke's gonna fade in like 5 or 6 seconds, isn't it?
Oh, the timing's awkward. I mean, you're surrounded there really, you can't really do too much at all. It's good though, horse and carriage peakers now, 10 rounds.
They're building money as well. They are building decent economy. And Astro's whipped up the AWP, so this is where I would be interested to see what he actually does with it, I guess would be the best way of putting it.
I mean, the thing is, Astro's a bit of a hard one to call in terms of his AWPing style. Back in CEX, when he was the AWPer, he was hyper-aggressive. He was quite a high-octane player. I feel like that's dropped off a lot more since he became an IGL, and he's tried to, tried to assess the situation a lot more.
It's a natural thing for a lot of IGLs to develop a sort of sporty style to it, because they're trying to monitor what everybody else is doing.
You want to be like that Smith's role. You want to just be able to support from afar,
There's nubs.
get the frags if you can.
Throw flashbangs.
Call him French.
Edouard. I'm trying to think, is his last name Dubodeau? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. But there's the impact I was looking for from Astro. He gets that long pick, fine.
I like it as well. You can see actually composed, instant fallback.
Instant falls all the way back. You don't need
no
to
need, yeah.
This map is so long. Like, that angle is always horrific to try and fight as well. But then you can see the instant reaction here. The stampede in the connector. Either of them going to flash it? No.
Oh,
We're going
it's
to fly, are we?
awkward.
Oh, Keto's got a flash. Here we go. And it didn't really do the job.
It was too short.
Yeah.
Fell way too short there.
And
Even though I got Keto in the 1v4.
Jump peak.
Alright, he's playing Quake. He's giving it. Bounce rounds the angle. Here's the first frag. It's on Jenko as well, so it's a big man to take down. Can Keto be the hitman? There's one with the backstab. No idea. Completely forgot about the fact he could come from Monster. He's popping off Ben, but unfortunately he has been popped down. Astro will slay him. And that is now 10-13. Very close affair though. I mean, respect right now to Horse and Carriage, obviously. Walking into this event, strong favourites are Wind and Rain and Endpoint really to take the whole thing. Wind and Rain, they are the top seed. Proven they're the top dogs right now, but there is definitely gaps in that structure. There's a weakness.
Yeah, there is a weakness to it. And you can attribute it to a few things, can't you? You can think, I wouldn't say inexperience anymore. I think these Wind and Rain players have plenty of experience, especially compared to Horse and Carriage right now. Yeah, that's a huge comparison.
You think about what they've done. I mean, not even with UKCS alone,
just individuals
in CS and what they've got up to.
Right? But a lot of it could be more complacency, I think, would be the thing. So a lot of UK players still suffer from that same complacency where they feel, I'm better than these people. I don't need to, play like I'm playing as FaZe. Like, I can
the major issue is as well, you're looking at...
what I want.
My phone is dead, but I mean, it is quite... What time are we at right now?
We are 8:01.
So it's 8:01. These players have been here since 10 AM on the dot.
Yes. Some players since 8:30.
Yeah, so it is a sort of issue of burnout, and the thing is, you look at these two players, the team that is going to be more pumped will be Horse and Carriage rather than Wind and Rain, but Link tries to get the first frag. We'll be able to claim one before he's traded back upon by Keto. And they're all just absolutely cheesing it out of there. They are sprinting away, Ben. They're running to Windsor as they sprint over towards that B-bomb site. Oh, trying to keep them on their toes, though. The Molotov deployed towards the exit. Has barely staying alive. They're all so low. Dom will find the frag. They have to commit to the short
Astro
play.
needs to find this first kill.
No utility. Nothing to do. They're getting popped down. Keto popping off with the AK, but it's Asher to finish him with the AWP. He had the upper hand, and that is now the 14th round. 1 away from an overtime safety net. 2 rounds away from closing it out, walking away and wiping their hands through with the semi-final and a 2-0 then. That will secure him a grand final spot versus the winner of Endpoint versus Spooky Pirates.
Quite the matchup that is. That's been going on as we have been doing this game. I'm not too sure.
I think Endpoint won the first map, and they're now waiting to do the second.
Astro has thrown an interesting molly. Yeah, I believe the map pool was Inferno, then Nuke.
Yeah.
Weirdly. With Nuke being Spooky Pirates' pick. Which is kind of crazy to think about, but fair enough. But this round is, it's all on Keto, really, isn't it? He had 6k. And he kind of, he did bank in on that.
Classic Link.
He kind of has to be the one leading the pack here, but the pack is gone. The pack is elsewhere.
It's like a dog walker, and he's dropped all the leads, and all the Goldens have run everywhere. They're gone.
Yeah, they've gone.
They've bolted into the forest, never to come back.
And it looks like Dom's going to be encountering all of them in a single spray!
Dominic,
oh my word.
the 4-star finish, Ben, he's absolutely sprayed them all down.
And Keto, I was saying the AWP is the big factor. I don't think did he shoot a single bullet?
No.
Unfortunate.
Not even a single bit of ruckus. 2k. Ooh.
It's not great.
Last round of the half, last round of the entire game, really, here. And what, you've got CZs to go to battle.
See those numbers on the flashes there? Those are solid.
Yeah.
That's really
but it's
good
also
numbers.
it's distributed nicely. Very even across the board.
You haven't got to
Look
play
at the
with
spike
0.
on the other side. 13, 4, 5, 6, 4. It's just not the same.
Yeah, it's not quite similar. Oh god.
It looks like they've just given up at this point, man. Just gone for the burst.
They have gone for the burst, but unfortunate for them.
Oh, they're trying to go for the knife.
Oh, he does get the kill. 16 to 10.
Wow.
I mean, fair play to them. I think, as you mentioned, what we expected was Wind and Rain and Endpoint reaching the final. I wouldn't have said 16-12, 16-10.
I'm looking at these games, I'm thinking 16-5, 16-7.
Yeah, 16-7's that region, at most 16-8 in one of the maps.
Yeah.
But instead, we've actually managed to have them feature in quite a tough
They provided
best
probably
three.
the best quality CS we've had all day up to this point.
Yeah.
A lot of the games have been very well watched. This was actually some CS. There was something going on there. You can see there was strategy behind them. They had a good mindset of going into that of what they wanted to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a lot of promise. It was just, at times, it seems like they needed either a pause or maybe just a step back. You tunnel vision in a lot. Some of the plays they were going for, there was moments where you can see it's been done way too much. It's very easily, it's going to be red. Take that time out, reset, recalibrate. We didn't see that, but, what can you do?
Yeah, I think one of the big things about that as well, though, is we don't really know if they're a team either.
Well, that's the thing. This is the first we've seen of any of these players.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that they're not a team based on the name.
Yeah.
Just because. Although if you are naming your team that and actually playing with it, then fair enough, you're legends, really. But as a 5, though, if they were to play further on, there's a heck of an experience actually playing against players like this, and challenge them really on 2 of their best maps or most prominent maps.
The thing is, right, if you are actually sort of a squad in its infancy and you're trying to play in UKCS and you're thinking, all right, look, the only one of them we've seen that actually we know has been to a LAN was
Keto.
Yeah, and that's 1 out of the 5 really when you think about it. Yeah. The rest of the players, this could be their first time at a LAN. You're walking into this. This is a good environment. You've gone up against Winter Rain. You've got some experience. You can look at that. You can think, all right, there's a lot we can go over. You've got those demos now. You've got something you can look at there. If you want to attempt again at a later stage with one of the tours we're doing here, another Grosvenor, you can. You've also got the fact as well, for some of them, they might think, all right, let's have an epic.LAN. Let's have an actual LAN and go from there. Because that is the way to get started.
It's a growing experience, I suppose, for a 5-player group. Like, whether you're a team or not, you still kind of feel like we've been through quite a bit of a trek here, really. Just the fact that they play against Wind and Rain, who, arguably in the UK right now, you list top 2,
the best
top
team
2,
in the
3
UK.
teams right now, and play Wind and Rain, and then you're thinking who else comes near them. And you've challenged them. In all fairness, you've
gone toe
challenged
to toe. You've looked pretty effective. That's on their map pick as well. It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, towards the end, it sort of seemed like maybe fatigue had hit them as well. You know,
Yeah, they were a bit worn out.
Yeah.
Like no more screaming.
they just seem.
They don't have the benefit of the playbook or anything. Either.
Yeah.
That's another additional thing. If they are mixed, then there's no clear.
Once you run out of fire to burn, there is just nothing.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You've given it all you can give, really. But that semi-final wrapped up. So all we have left now is the other semi-final, which is going on. Endpoint versus Spooky Pirates. It looks like Spooky Pirates currently warming up, I imagine, before they can carry on before their second map. If that's a 2-0 for Endpoint, or if that's going to go to whole hog. But we do have the grand final, which will be the next thing that we are going to be covering here.
Yep.
Spooky Pirates or Endpoint versus Wind and Rain, to try and see who is going to secure a slot and who is going to make the next step further. Obviously, want to try and get themselves a spot at the finals. It's what we're all about here, Ben. But we'll be back with that whenever that is ready. We'll keep you guys updated. But for the meantime, enjoy a brief break.